Hey there, vacationers, travelers, and locals of the east coast of Central Florida. This is Jimmy here with you. Today we are on the road from the Traveler's Oasis, and we are headed out to Cocoa Beach. We just got here to Cocoa Beach. Well, Cocoa Beach is a long stretch, but we are headed to kind of the most highlighted point in Cocoa Beach, and that is the Cocoa Beach Pier. We're walking around this big old parking lot. This big parking lot in the middle here, it's $10 a day to park. But on the side streets, they've got little meters there, and it's $2.50 an hour. So I wasn't gonna be here for 4 hours, so I just took one of the little $2.50 an hour spots. And they got little numbers on the spaces. You type in your number and you put in your coins in there, and it takes up your time for you. But all that said to say, this is a weekday, and you saw that there's plenty of spaces available in the parking lot here at the pier right now. On the weekends, there's almost literally nowhere to park. This place is absolutely packed. So again, I go back to my previous statement. If you're gonna come out to these areas, you're better off to do it on a weekday as opposed to a weekend. In our video of Ron John Surf Shop, you heard the guy in the store talking about how Cocoa Beach has got small waves. This is actually a fairly big wave day for Cocoa Beach. When I was a teenager and we'd come out here to surf, if we saw surf like this, we'd start getting pretty excited about it. So right behind me is the Cocoa Beach Pier. And up along that strip, when you just get on it, it's loaded with gift shops. And then back over here, over my left-hand shoulder, is a seafood restaurant. It's actually a really good restaurant. I recommend the scallops. Not too pricey. You definitely get what you pay for, though. It's pretty good food. You go to the gift shops, then to the restaurant. Costs you a little bit extra to get out to the tiki bar at the end of the pier. I think they give you a discount if you eat at the restaurant. You got a receipt. They'll let you get out for a little bit of a lesser price, but it's a really cool view from out there. So if you remember from our video in Georgia of Brasstown Bald Mountain, and because you know we have the beachside and mountaintop adventures, and I said that Brasstown Bald was the epitome of the mountaintop adventures, being on the tallest mountain in Georgia. Well, this is the epitome of our beachside adventure. One of the epitomes. We're gonna do this here, Cocoa Beach, and we're also gonna highlight New Smyrna Beach, a little further north of here, which is actually just minutes from the Traveler's Oasis. All right, so we're here at the lifeguard station at Cocoa Beach. A couple of lifeguards here, and I noticed you guys have a red flag flying back there. What's that mean?
So red flag is a high hazard. It's basically when there's an increase of wave height, basically causing rip currents and other things that could be a potential danger to certain swimmers. So we usually like to keep the red flag when it's more high hazard area.
What's creating all the surf today?
So right now it's basically all these tropical storms off in the Atlantic. It's causing a lot of wind, so increased wave heights and rip currents.
Cool. Is there anything worse than a red flag?
When there's a purple with that red, basically means dangerous marine life, and double red means the water's completely closed, either due to extreme high surf or lightning in the area.
Gotcha. So I guess if there's a hurricane, it's probably closed.
It's closed, yeah.
All right, cool guys. Hey, thank you guys for what you do. I appreciate your time. Thanks a lot. So you just heard the lifeguards talking about what the flags indicate. You know, the red flag, obviously, red, danger warning, as they just explained. He also mentioned a purple flag, and one of the most common dangerous aspects of marine life on the beach are jellyfish when they get washed up on shore. And they'll look like little puddles of like clear jello or something sitting in the sand on the beach. And I remember as a kid going up and fiddling around with them. I got lucky because even if that jellyfish is dead, it can still sting you. And when you get stung by one of these things, I have heard it's one of the most excruciating and painful things you could ever experience. And there's a lot of home remedies and stuff out there. You can find stuff for jellyfish stings at you know, your local drugstores and things like that. But I've heard meat tenderizer works really well. So look into that a little bit more and keep a package of meat tenderizer on you if you happen to come to the beach and see a purple flag, or just stay away from the jellyfish. So I mentioned something a little bit earlier as to when I was in high school, teenager, me and a couple buddies of mine, we would come out here to the beach on a regular basis, especially in the summertime. And we were out here like 7 days a week, and that's when I lived in Orlando. So it was about a 45-minute drive to the beach. But we would come out here at ridiculous times. We'd get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and come out and bring our boards out there. And if there was no surf, we'd still sit out there. I don't know why we did that. But here's the point of what I'm getting to say here. Wear sunblock. We would come out here when we were dumb kids, and we would sit out in that water all day long, and we would come home burnt to an absolute crisp. You know, how I haven't come down with skin cancer by now is beyond me, but wear your sunblock. It'll protect your skin, and it'll keep you from having one of the most horrible couple days in your entire life. All right, so we are making our way back to the car from our visit to Cocoa Beach and the Cocoa Beach Pier. So if you're in the area, particularly if you're a guest at the Traveler's Oasis, Cocoa Beach is about 45 minutes south of the Oasis. Jump on Interstate 95, head south. It's not that horrible of a drive. It's fairly close, actually. You know, and of course, New Smyrna Beach is just, you know, 10 or 15 minutes around the corner. But if you want to experience more than one beach, a little bit of a different atmosphere, lots more gift shops and stuff like that, come down to Cocoa Beach, hang out on the pier, check out that restaurant. Again, it's really, really good. But it's a fun place to come check out. So again, if you're at the Oasis, come check out Cocoa Beach and the Cocoa Beach Pier. And when you do come out here, if you do happen to come on a weekend, finding a parking space can be pretty frustrating. Again, it's going to be really, really packed on the weekends. And places like this, you can see behind me, can be awful tantalizing. And there's a lot of them, little apartment complexes, condominiums around here to park in. But as so many people are so desperate for a place to park, they're kind of onto that people are going to try and find out where they can park just to be able to get to the beach. So the parking enforcement around here, they're on their game when it comes to making sure that you're not parked where you're not supposed to be. So touristy area, a lot of people on the weekends, it's likely to happen, and they're on top of it. So do everything you can to find a place to legitimately park so that your car doesn't end up getting towed away or you get fined or something like that. All right, so you remember me mentioning about the parking spaces and they'll be on top of their game about you parking in the wrong spot in the whole 9 yards? This is what I found on my windshield, a citation for 38 bucks saying that I didn't pay the meter, which I did. So, and they even admit on the back of this ticket here, no system is perfect. If you feel you've received this citation in an error, visit cocobeach.rmcpay.com as soon as possible to file an appeal. And I'm gonna. All right, everybody, we're back at the Oasis from our trip to Cocoa Beach. So Cocoa Beach is about 45 to 50 minutes south of the Oasis, but the nice thing is when you head down to that area, you know, you're in a good spot to where you can check out a lot of the other things in Cocoa Beach, like Cocoa Beach helicopters, the exploration tower. So when you go down there, you can make it a trip worth your while and visit all of those things in one trip. So thanks for joining us on this trip to Cocoa Beach, and we'll see you on the next mountaintop or beachside adventure. Book your next getaway with Restoration Vacations. Stay with us in Florida at the Traveler's Oasis or in North Georgia at Restoration Retreat. From the mountains to the beach, we have a place for you to stay. You can visit us online at www.myrestorationvacation.com or call us at 800-309-5076. And don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to our channel.
For more awesome content on Restoration Vacations. And make sure you go check out my channel, LPS Pony Tony, and make sure you like and subscribe to my channel too.